the South African Parliament has made the bold decision to deny former Public Protector Busisiwe Mkhwebane the 10 million rand gratuity she had been requesting. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. The choice was made in response to her recent dismissal from office, a move that has drawn a great deal of attention and discussion. Mkhwebane was fired from his position as Public Protector in 2016 after a string of scandals and accusations of ineptitude and wrongdoing. Many court fights and a divisive performance evaluation by the Parliamentary Committee characterized her term. Arguments over Mkhwebane's gratuity emerged after her dismissal, with the main focus being on whether or not she was entitled to the substantial payment. The gratuity's supporters said that it was an expected component of Public Protector's pay package. The legal team for Parliament, however, has claimed that the gratuity is only payable if the term is well completed, a requirement that Mkhwebane was unable to fulfill because of her dismissal. The reasons for Ms. Mkhwebane's dismissal from her position were found to be incompetence and misbehavior. Therefore, she is ineligible for the gratuity, which is dependent on her serving her term with honor and integrity, according to a parliamentary official. Reactions to the ruling have been conflicting. Given the difficult nature of Mkhwebane's position, her supporters contend that the rejection of the gratuity is an unjust consequence. However, detractors contend that the decision is appropriate, highlighting the significance of maintaining public office norms and accountability. The expulsion of Mkhwebane and the gratuitous judgment that followed highlight the larger issues that South Africa's judicial and political institutions are confronting. The case serves as a reminder of the difficult balance between personal responsibility and public obligation as the country continues to negotiate complicated governance challenges. By making this choice, Parliament has reaffirmed the idea that wrongdoing and incompetence will not be tolerated and delivered a strong message about the duties and expectations of senior public servants. Once more, the suspension of Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, the first public protector in South Africa to have 3 straight clean audits, was ruled illegitimate and unlawful by the High Court in a historic ruling. The decision poses important questions about South Africa's political dynamics and governance, while also being a major win for Mkhwebane. The ruling, which was made on Wednesday, examined both the substantive and procedural elements of Mkhwebane's suspension, which was generally thought to have been made for political reasons. The court determined that Mkhwebane's constitutional rights were violated by the suspension because it did not follow the rules of fairness and due process. In his decision, Judge Mlangeni stressed the need of respecting the rule of law and making sure that those holding constitutional offices are shielded from capricious behavior. The suspension of Advocate Mkhwebane was not only procedurally flawed but also lacked substantive justification, Mlangeni said. Actions that compromise the integrity of our constitutional democracy cannot be tolerated by this court. In March 2023, Advocate Mkhwebane was placed on suspension due to accusations of incompetence and misbehavior, which she has steadfastly denied. Despite the controversies surrounding her tenure, her accomplishment of 3 straight clean audits is evidence of her dedication to openness and accountability in the public sector. Mkhwebane responded to the decision with relief and reaffirmed her commitment to serve the public interest. This decision is a win for all South Africans who respect justice and the rule of law, not just for me. I'm still devoted to carrying out my responsibility as public protector with honesty and integrity, she said. The court's ruling will have a big impact on South Africa's political climate. It raises concerns about the reasons for the suspension and emphasizes the necessity for closer examination of any measures taken against constitutional office holders. Political observers speculate that this judgment may encourage other public servants to contest dubious rulings and emphasize the need of judicial supervision. The ruling has been praised by the opposition parties as a confirmation of judicial independence. Democratic Alliance Chairman John Steenhuisen said, "This ruling sends a clear message that the judiciary remains a bulwark against unlawful and politically motivated actions. We have to make sure that there is no misuse of power in our constitutional democracy." The governing party has said that it would analyze the finding and decide on its next course of action in the meantime. ANC spokeswoman Pule Mabe said, "We respect the court's decision and will carefully review the ruling before determining our response."